Philadelphia Eagles training camp right around the corner. A couple more weeks, and we will see this competition before our eyes. But definitely want to go over some stuff involving the Philadelphia Eagles and the work ethic that we have been seeing. And there's been some new content that has come out on some of these guys that are working out and are really trying to perfect their craft. And it's really amazing when you actually see this more than I've ever seen it in an offseason with such a team like this one, the Philadelphia Eagles going into 2022. So let's definitely talk about it. The work ethic is just unreal with the Philadelphia Eagles this offseason. I've never seen so much brotherly love, camaraderie. It seems like the guys are just all in it for, this year. And you know what I mean? Like, I'm like starting to like feel like, is this team really going to surprise us? And I understand that people are going to taunt this video, or they're going to be like, oh, well, guys always work out all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. Shouldn't be surprising. Just guys, I want to put you down. But how can I not be excited about the Philadelphia Eagles going into this year? Okay, you had A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Jalen Hurts working out. I mean, these three have been just unstoppable this offseason and taking advantage of every single time they can get to be with each other and honestly just build the chemistry. Okay, not only did you already have A.J. Brown working out with Jalen Hurts, before, before this trade even went down for him, but, they already have that chemistry already, not knowing that he was practicing with A.J. Brown and working out with him every offseason was great, so there's already something there. And then obviously with, Devonta Smith, that Hurts and him have a really good relationship. So Hurts did wear a shirt today during these workouts. It said, in life, there are those who make excuses and those who get it done. We only live once, get it done. So I thought that was pretty cool. And just this team in general going into training camp, and holy shit, guys, like I never seen a team go this bad. I mean, even with Carson Wentz, I didn't see this. I didn't see a lot of this, him working out with the guy. Like, he worked out with the guys. He brought the guys, on upstate or whatever they did, and they worked out. They threw some balls around. But this is on a whole different level. Hurts is gravitating these players to a whole different level. I think A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are hard workers as it is, but with Jalen Hurts' attitude in the mix of all of this, forget about it. I mean, literally, they were working out until they were absolutely exhausted. I think it was on A.J. Brown's Twitter. I didn't get a chance to screenshot that, but I've never seen a team like this. I really, from the other off seasons, I've never seen a hardworking, overboard, like, do you think, like, from OTAs to training camp, the 6 OTA practices we had, which were shortened, and obviously the Eagles didn't have minicamp because they were one of those teams that doesn't want minicamp ball because of injuries. So there was a lot of time, in between OTAs and training camp as we were waiting for right now. And, these guys have not stopped. It's not just these, it's not just these three guys. It's, they've had Goddard with them. Goddard's worked out with them. Everybody has. Wes Watkins, you name it. Zach Pascal, everybody has. But, your main starters right here is really important. And Jalen Hurts has done more than enough that I could ask for in an offseason. And hopefully we see some glimpses during training camp, and hopefully we see something from these receivers. And look, I'm not going to say, because the offseason's tricky, training camp to preseason is very tricky because you don't want to put these guys in and get a lot of reps, but you need live reps. You need it to happen. You can't just put these guys against each other during some drills and that's it. Like, it has to be live contact. You got to do it right because you don't want these guys going to a first game looking confused. The ball's going the wrong way. Receivers are not in the same, connection with the quarterback as the routes to the pass. I mean, everything has to be A+. So, like I said, I've never seen something like this. Is a crazy offseason. I think when training camp comes, forget about it. The competition is going to be off the roof. It's going to be a healthy competition, but I've never seen a group of guys like this really just camaraderie. I mean, just how together they are. It's absolutely amazing what they could do. It really is. I mean, I can't even say much more about it. And when you have three guys right here on your screen right now that, want to win, and they're not selfish players, and all it matters is they win the game, and that's it. Like, no one cares. I mean, that's how we won a Super Bowl, guys. We didn't have any selfish players because, to be honest with you, like, I don't even before, Doug got hired and everything, even when Chip Kelly was around, like, I didn't know if, we had the talent to win a Super Bowl, obviously. I mean, during the earlier years of Chip Kelly, not late in the years, but you had really good players on this team. But unfortunately, you had some, they're not selfish, but I'd say some guys that wanted to, target more and wanted the ball more. And you had a team in 2017 that was just between first string to fourth string players. I mean, guys just rose to the top. Anybody that had a chance took advantage of it and produced. And obviously Howie Roseman's free agency signings, everybody was so highly productive that year. It was off the charts. When going to this year, I think you have a better than I've ever seen wide receiver core in my life with this team. Beyond, okay, with the weapons that you have this year. Okay, A.J. Brown makes a huge difference. Okay, because Quez moves inside. You have Zach Pascal that's going to make some plays as a big body that can play inside and outside. You have a lot of weapons here between the offensive line that could be the best offensive line football this year, and a running back group that, has a chip on their shoulder. Miles Sanders not really getting appreciated. Got hurt twice last year. Contract year. There's a lot of things in motion. There's a lot of chips going around right now, and a lot of people, a lot of prove it years, and Jalen Hurts is definitely one of them. And the only way these receivers are going to look good is with Jalen Hurts. That's it. But I have never seen in all my years of watching off seasons and how these guys, I've seen off seasons where there's players that go out and do this and do that. And, I'm not saying you're not allowed to go out and have a good time and stuff, but I've never seen so much work ethic put into an off season by certain players in my life like these guys. I mean, they are just workoutaholics, and they want to master their craft, and they want to get better, 1% better each and every day. And they're all in. We're all in. They are all in to get something. And look, I don't know how far they're going to go this year. It depends on the coaching staff. It depends on Jonathan Gannon, this defense. If our defense can even hold up this year, which I hope it does. But Hurts, there's nothing more that I want in the world, even though people bash me over it, okay? Because the guy has flaws. Every quarterback has flaws, okay? That's just what it is, okay? But with Jalen Hurts, if he works out and he takes a huge step forward and he literally takes this team over the top, not even just winning the NFC East, but winning a playoff game and maybe then some. I mean, I think the NFC is still wide open, guys. And I think the Eagles, if they take advantage of this situation this year, they can look really good. And not only that, but next year in 2023, you have some decisions to make. But your prime thing is you're going to have 2 first-round picks in that draft next year. I think that's where it's really important. And because bringing a new quarterback in, if Jalen Hurts doesn't work out, it's going to be a whole, the only good thing about it is you're bringing a new quarterback in, he's already set. The team is set around him. But then we have to see if this guy is it for the franchise. But I don't want that. I want Jalen Hurts to just run his ass off this year and pass and be accurate. And if you don't have that arm, be accurate, and hopefully working with Quincy Avery and Tom House and some of these other guys, these QB gurus. He's worked with 6-7 QB coaches this past off season, and now just working with the players that are with him and that are going to be successful with him, I think is great because these players want Jalen. I mean, Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, as well as everybody else, want Hurts, to work out. I've heard nothing but great things this offseason from Lane Johnson, Jason Kelce, and, this kid is out for blood. He's out for blood this year. There's no doubt about it. This guy knows he's critiqued. This guy knows he is put down by the media. And even though the media is kissing our ass right now that we had a great draft and we're one of the most improved teams in the NFL, it doesn't mean much to me because we haven't hit the field yet. I got to be realistic. I'm excited, and as a fan, you should be excited. But I'm not going to say Super Bowl. I'm not going to say anything like that. I'm looking for a big, big year this year. And I would like to exceed expectations that I already have, even if I say, hey, they might get 13 wins. But if they can actually win more than a playoff game this year, holy shit, are we in for the ride of our life going into next year? Just say they lose an NFC Championship game this year, or they even get to that game. Just imagine the hype around it. And, you know, as much as I think it could be realistic, I have to be it's a lot of proof. It's a lot. He has to prove me wrong. You know, he just has to prove me wrong. I think everybody has to prove me wrong. You know what I mean? And we'll see what happens. But this group of guys, I've never seen. This is one of the most exciting off seasons. I swear. The work ethic, just what they're doing to exhaustion. It's off the charts, guys. I couldn't ask for more than these players that really, really, really want to step up. Because look at the opportunity these guys have. I mean, Devonta Smith, obviously a down year, not because of him, obviously because of this offense. A.J. Brown, you know, is finally playing with his best friend. And holy crap. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better wide receiver core right now. You know, in a trade that, you know, didn't think it was going to happen. And then, you know, Jalen Hurts is just... You know, Howie Roseman, I gotta give it to him. I gotta clap my hands for this guy because he's done well. You know, and then once the season starts, it's really not Howie Roseman. It's up to the coaching staff to get these players to produce and play well. You know, and that's it. I kind of just want to talk about the work ethic and just, man, like, this is the most hardworking offseason I've ever seen from a team in my life. No joke. It's no joke. They're all in. No doubt about it. So, all right, guys, you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow. So, peace out, guys. Peace.